Tokyo has shattered a decades-old barrier. Japan has lifted its self-imposed ban on exporting advanced defense equipment. This marks a historic pivot from its post-war pacifist identity and signals a new era of regional security cooperation. For the Philippine Navy, this is a game-changer. Imagine Japanese destroyers and cutting-edge surveillance technology under the Philippine flag, patrolling the West Philippine Sea. For years, Manila's modernization efforts were hampered by budget and hardware limits. Now, Japan's decision opens access to some of the world's most advanced military technology. This isn't just about new ships, it's about gaining a strategic edge and a stronger deterrent. The shift is the result of years of policy evolution in Tokyo, driven by rising regional threats. Japan is stepping up as an active contributor to regional stability, not just a passive observer. A stronger Philippines means more secure sea lanes, vital for both nations. This move signals Japan's readiness to be a key security provider in the Indo-Pacific. The excitement in Manila is real, but the process will require careful negotiation and planning. Still, the psychological impact is huge. Tokyo is telling Manila it's not alone in defending its sovereignty. This is the start of a new chapter, one built on shared security, not just economic aid. The journey ahead is long, but the destination is a more secure future for both nations. The path to Japanese military hardware wasn't blocked by politics or money, but by Japan's own laws. Japan's post-World War II peace constitution and the 3 principles on arms exports created a near-total ban on weapons sales. Even if the Philippines wanted to buy and Japan wanted to sell, the law said no. This self-imposed restriction defined Japan's international posture for over 50 years. The recent change is a fundamental reinterpretation of Japan's constitutional identity, requiring fierce debate and political will. Now, with legal barriers dismantled, the conversation shifts from if to how. The new rules allow exports to security partners like the Philippines, especially for maritime security. The legal chains are broken. Japan can finally act as a true security partner. Japan's old export ban meant the Philippines could only receive non-lethal aid. Patrol boats without weapons, training, and infrastructure. It was like getting a race car without the engine. No destroyers, no modern aircraft, no advanced electronics. Just the hull, not the heart of a navy. This frustrated both sides and left a strategic gap in the region. Japan's support was generous, but limited to civilian use equipment. The Philippines needed real naval power, not just a stronger coast guard. The old rules forced Japan into a supportive but hamstrung role. Other partners, like South Korea and the US, filled the gap with actual warships. Until now, Japan's military-industrial strength was locked away by a wall of pacifism. The lifting of the ban finally unlocks Japan's potential as a true defense partner. The Philippines can now look forward to meaningful military cooperation. The era of symbolic aid is over. Real deterrence is within reach. Japan and the Philippines' defense relationship has evolved from post-war caution to strategic partnership. For decades, ties focused on economic aid, not security. The memory of World War II made military cooperation sensitive and limited. The end of the Cold War and China's rise changed everything. As China asserted itself in the South China Sea, Manila and Tokyo found common cause. Both nations, reliant on maritime freedom, faced a shared threat. This drove a gradual shift. Japan loosened its export ban, sent patrol vessels, and signed new defense pacts. Joint exercises and agreements built trust and institutional frameworks. The relationship moved from friendly gestures to real strategic depth. Today's historic decision to lift the lethal export ban is the culmination of this journey. The stage is set for a new era of robust security cooperation. The partnership is now anchored in shared interests and mutual defense. Japan's policy shift is driven by 3 main factors. First, China's military expansion and assertiveness in the South China Sea threaten Japan's security and economic interests. Strengthening partners like the Philippines is a form of collective defense, raising the cost of aggression. Second, Japan's defense industry needs new markets to innovate and survive. Exporting arms lowers costs and boosts competitiveness. Third, Japan is stepping up as a proactive security leader, encouraged by the US to share more responsibility. The world has changed. Japan's pacifist posture is no longer enough. By supplying defense equipment, Japan becomes a key pillar of Indo-Pacific security. This move boosts its diplomatic influence and cements its leadership role. The new policy is about stability, deterrence, and a stronger regional order. With the ban lifted, the Philippine Navy's modernization options are wide open. Top of the list, advanced Japanese frigates like the Mogami class, stealthy, multi-role, and missile-capable. These ships would transform the Philippine Navy's capabilities overnight. Access to Japanese radar, sonar, and anti-submarine tech would fill critical gaps. Maritime patrol aircraft and ASW helicopters could soon be within reach. Technology transfer and joint projects could help build a domestic defense industry in the Philippines. This isn't just about buying ships. It's about building skills, jobs, and self-reliance. A modernized Navy means better protection of maritime resources and sovereignty. The goal isn't an arms race, but a credible defense. For the Philippines, Japan's arsenal is a beacon of hope for real security. Japanese defense tech will shift the balance in the West Philippine Sea. The Philippines, long outmatched, will gain real deterrence with modern ships and surveillance. Adversaries will have to think twice before acting aggressively. This strengthens regional alliances and makes joint operations with Japan and the US seamless. Interoperability is the foundation of modern military partnerships. The message to Beijing regional nations are building their own resilience. Japan's role is that of a committed regional partner, not a distant superpower. This approach empowers Southeast Asia and fosters shared responsibility. A stronger Philippine Navy means disputes are more likely resolved by law, not force. The new balance is about stability, not provocation. The export ban's end paves the way for unprecedented Japan-Philippines defense cooperation. Regular joint naval patrols in the West Philippine Sea could soon become reality, enhancing maritime awareness and sending a unified message. Submarine capability is now a long-term possibility, with Japan's expertise guiding the Philippines' first steps. Training, infrastructure, and technology transfer would deepen trust and alignment. The alliance will expand beyond hardware. Joint exercises, intelligence sharing, and disaster response will all grow. Cooperation will extend to cybersecurity and space, aligning strategic perspectives. Together, the two nations form a powerful diplomatic bloc in the Indo-Pacific. Anchored by the US alliance, this partnership becomes a pillar of regional security. The relationship is now one of equal partners, not donor and recipient. The future is about shared prosperity, law, and a stable, open region. Japan's decision to lift its defense export ban is a transformative shift in national identity and global role. The era of strict pacifism is over. Japan is now a full-fledged security partner. For the Philippines, this opens a path to real military modernization and self-reliance. It's not just about new ships, but about confidence and sovereignty. The move strengthens strategic alignments and creates a resilient Indo-Pacific security network. A closer Japan-Philippines partnership, alongside the US and allies, deters aggression and upholds the rule of law. This is collective security in action, enabled by Japan's new policy. Two maritime democracies, united by values and vision, are shaping a new era. The export ban's end unlocks the partnership's full potential. This is a turning point for Asia, a future built on strength, cooperation, and shared security.